God says, I am crying because you still do not know this shocking truth about your money. I am crying because what you believe about your money has been quietly shaping your life in ways you cannot see, and if you scroll past this, you may miss a breakthrough that has been waiting at your door. I am revealing the hidden truth about your finances, your lack, your fear, and the blessing that has been delayed not by fate but by misunderstanding. If you feel this stirring in your heart, comment Amen to affirm. Stay with me, because what I am about to uncover can shift the direction of your future and unlock what has felt stuck for years. The shocking truth is that your money has never been just about numbers, bills, or income, but about trust, identity, and who you believe is your provider. You have been fighting battles in the physical realm while the root has been spiritual all along. I see how you worry in silence, how you calculate and recalculate, how you feel behind and sometimes ashamed. I am not crying because you lack money, but because you do not yet understand how deeply I desire to guide and bless you in this area. Take a moment right now to like this video so more hearts can be reached before the blessing passes by. You have believed that money is your security, and when it is low you feel unsafe. But I never designed your peace to rise and fall with your bank balance. The enemy has whispered that your worth is tied to your income, that your future is limited by your salary, and that your prayers are unanswered because you still struggle. I'm crying because you carry this heavy lie as if it were truth. The real battle has been over your trust in me, not over the size of your paycheck. When you understand this, fear begins to lose its grip. I have seen the nights when you lie awake thinking about debts, responsibilities, and expectations. I have watched you compare yourself to others who seem to have more, and I have felt the quiet discouragement in your spirit. You think I am disappointed in you because you are not where you hope to be. The truth is that I am near, not with anger, but with compassion and a plan that goes deeper than quick cash. Your financial story is not finished, and it is not defined by your current struggle. The shocking truth is that some of your financial hardship has been allowed to train your heart, not to punish you. I have been teaching you endurance, wisdom, and dependence that prosperity alone could never teach. You thought I was silent, but I was shaping your character behind the scenes. Money can bless, but it can also blind, and I love you too much to let wealth destroy what I am building in you. What feels like delay has often been protection. There were opportunities you wanted that did not work out, and you felt rejected or unlucky. You did not know that I was closing doors that would have drained your peace and distracted you from your true calling. I am not limited by the economy, the market, or the opinions of people who underestimated you. I am your source. And when you begin to see money as a tool instead of a master, freedom will start to grow in your heart. The shift begins inside you before it appears around you. I am crying because you have carried shame about asking me for financial help. You have prayed for health, family, and forgiveness, but you hesitate to bring your money concerns fully before me. You wonder if it is too small or too selfish to ask for provision. I am your father, and I care about every detail of your life, including your rent, your groceries, and your dreams. Nothing about your need is embarrassing to me. The truth about your money is that generosity unlocks doors, fear keeps closed. When you cling tightly out of panic, your heart becomes tense and suspicious. But when you trust me enough to give with wisdom and faith, something powerful begins to move. I am not asking you to be reckless, but to be led. Comment 1111 if you believe I am guiding your steps even in your finances. Your obedience in small things prepares you for greater stewardship. You have asked why others seem to prosper quickly while you move slowly. What you do not see are the unseen foundations I am building under your life. Sudden success without spiritual grounding can collapse, but steady growth anchored in me endures. I am preparing you for blessing that will not crush you, but strengthen you. I care more about who you become than what you accumulate. There is also a mindset I am breaking in you, the belief that you will always struggle because your past has been hard. Your history does not dictate your destiny when I am involved. Generational patterns of lack, fear, and mismanagement can end with you. I am teaching you discipline, patience, and faith, so that when increase comes, you will handle it with wisdom. This is not just about survival, but about transformation. I am crying because you think you are alone in this battle, and you are not. I am closer than your next breath, working in ways you cannot yet measure. I am opening paths you have not noticed, arranging conversations, ideas, and opportunities that align with your purpose. Do not measure my faithfulness by today's numbers, because I am weaving a bigger story. You have spent so much energy trying to control every outcome that you have forgotten how to rest in my provision. I see how you tighten your grip when expenses rise and income feels uncertain. You promise yourself that once you reach a certain number, you will finally feel safe. The truth I am uncovering is that no number will ever quiet a fearful heart unless that heart learns to trust me first. I am not against your desire to grow, succeed, and build wealth with integrity. I placed creativity, ambition, and vision inside you for a reason. What breaks my heart is when you believe that your effort alone carries the weight of your future. I gave you gifts and strength, but I never meant for you to carry the burden without my guidance. When you work with me instead of in panic, your path becomes clearer and lighter. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. There were moments when unexpected expenses appeared and you felt attacked or cursed. You wondered why setbacks followed progress and why it seemed like something always interrupted your plans. What you did not see was how I was refining your priorities through those interruptions. Some losses exposed habits that needed correction, and some pressures pushed you into wisdom you would not have pursued otherwise. I was not abandoning you in those moments, I was shaping you. You have also underestimated the power of your words about money. When you constantly declare that you are broke, unlucky, or doomed to struggle, those words begin to shape your mindset. I created your tongue with the ability to build or to destroy. Speak life over your finances, even when the numbers look small. Declare that I am your provider and that you are learning to steward what you have with faith. I am revealing that fear has been quietly influencing many of your decisions. Fear made you hold back from opportunities that required courage. Fear made you rush into choices without seeking my counsel because you were desperate for quick relief. When fear leads, regret often follows. When trust leads, peace remains, even if the path requires patience. You have compared your journey to others and felt behind. You scroll through images of success and measure your worth against someone else's highlight moments. I am crying because you forget that I am writing a unique story for you. Their timeline is not your timeline, and their blessing is not a measure of your value. I am working in your life with precision, not delay. There are ideas I have planted in your mind that you dismissed as unrealistic. There are skills you carry that you have not fully developed because doubt convinced you that they were not valuable. I do not waste potential. When I stir creativity in you, it is often connected to provision in ways you cannot immediately see. Ask me for clarity and discipline to nurture what I have placed in your hands. I am also teaching you contentment without complacency. Contentment does not mean you stop striving for growth, but it means you stop living in constant dissatisfaction. When your heart learns gratitude for what you have today, it becomes ready for more tomorrow. Ingratitude blinds you to present blessings and fuels unnecessary anxiety. Gratitude opens your eyes to the quiet miracles already around you. You have asked me to increase your income, and I have heard you. But I am also increasing your wisdom, because without wisdom, increase can slip away quickly. I am guiding you to budget with intention, to avoid impulsive spending, and to seek counsel when needed. These practical steps are not separate from faith, they are expressions of it. Faith and responsibility walk together. I know you sometimes feel embarrassed to admit financial mistakes from your past. You replay decisions and wish you could start over. I am not holding those mistakes over your head. I am offering you a new beginning, rooted in learning and grace. Your past missteps do not disqualify you from future blessing. There is something powerful that happens when you align your finances with my values. When you choose integrity over shortcuts, honesty over deception, and generosity over greed, your soul becomes lighter. Money gained without peace will never satisfy you. I desire to bless you in ways that do not steal your joy or compromise your character. True prosperity includes inner freedom. I am breaking the lie that you must exhaust yourself to prove your worth. You were not created to live in constant burnout for the sake of money. Work is honorable, but your identity is not tied to your productivity. Rest is not laziness, it is trust. When you rest in me, you remember that I am working even when you are not. You have worried about providing for your family or securing your future. I see the weight you carry, and I honor your desire to protect those you love. But remember that I love them even more than you do. Their security ultimately rests in my hands, not in your perfect financial planning. I will guide you step by step as you seek me sincerely. There are also moments when I nudge you to give, even when it feels uncomfortable. Generosity tests your trust, but it also expands your heart. I am not measuring the amount, I am looking at your willingness. When you give with a cheerful spirit, you participate in my work beyond your own needs. In giving, you discover that you are not as dependent on money as you once thought. Comment 1212 if you trust that I am rewriting your financial story with wisdom and grace. Let that declaration rise from a place of surrender, not pressure. You are not speaking empty words, but aligning your heart with my promise to guide you. When you invite me fully into this area of your life, you will begin to see subtle but steady shifts. I am also exposing the subtle idol that money can become. When your mood rises and falls with your balance, it reveals where your security is rooted. I want your joy anchored in my presence, not in fluctuating numbers. When I am first in your heart, money becomes a servant rather than a master. Freedom grows where trust replaces obsession. You may not see immediate change after hearing these truths, but seeds have been planted. Transformation often begins quietly before it becomes visible. Continue to seek me in your financial decisions, and I will illuminate your path. I am not rushing you, but I am leading you. What feels uncertain today can become testimony tomorrow. I am crying not because you are doomed, but because I long for you to understand how close you are to breakthrough. The shocking truth about your money is that the real shift starts within your heart, not your wallet. As your trust deepens, your fear loosens. As your obedience grows, your capacity expands. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual, now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am still your provider in seasons of plenty and in seasons of pruning. I am still faithful when the numbers look small. Do not interpret temporary struggle as permanent destiny. I am guiding you towards stability, wisdom, and blessing that will honor me and strengthen you. Comment 777 as a sign that you are ready to let go of fear and walk forward in faith. Let this be a quiet commitment between you and me. I am not finished with your finances, and I am not finished with you. Stay close to my voice, and you will discover that what once brought tears can become a testimony of provision and grace. There is another layer to this truth that you have not yet seen, and it is the connection between your wounds and your wallet. Some of your financial habits were not formed by wisdom, but by pain. You have spent money to feel comfort, to feel accepted, or to feel in control when life felt unstable. I am not condemning you for this, but I am gently exposing it so you can be free. When you were overlooked or underestimated, you sometimes tried to prove your value through what you owned. When you felt insecure, you looked for stability in possessions. When you felt empty, you sought temporary satisfaction in spending. I am crying because you did not realize that I was the comfort you were searching for in every purchase. The hole in your heart cannot be filled by transactions, only by my presence. You have also feared scarcity so deeply that you sometimes cling to money in ways that create tension in your relationships. You hesitate to help even when you feel the nudge, because you are afraid there will not be enough left for you. I understand that fear, but I want to heal it. I am not asking you to ignore wisdom, but to release the panic that whispers you will be abandoned. I have never failed to carry you through every season so far. The shocking truth is that I am more interested in your heart posture than in the total amount you possess. Wealth without peace is poverty of the soul. Modest means with joy and integrity can be a greater blessing than abundance with anxiety. I measure success differently than the world does. When you align with my definition, pressure begins to lift from your shoulders. You have believed that one big financial miracle would solve everything. You imagine a sudden breakthrough that erases every debt and worry overnight. I am capable of miracles, and I have done them before, but I am also a God of process. Sometimes the greater miracle is the transformation of your habits, your thinking, and your discipline. A gradual rebuild can create stronger foundations than a sudden windfall. There were times when you prayed for increase, but you were not ready to manage it well. That is not an insult, it is an honest truth wrapped in love. I have been strengthening your self-control and teaching you to track, plan, and prioritize. These lessons may feel slow, but they are seeds of long-term stability. I want you blessed in a way that lasts. You have felt embarrassed comparing your starting point to others who inherited advantages. You did not choose your background, your upbringing, or the financial education you received, but you can choose what you do from this moment forward. I am empowering you with insight and courage to break cycles. Your future does not have to mirror your past. I am also reminding you that money amplifies what is already in the heart. If there is generosity, it grows. If there is pride, it expands. If there is insecurity, it becomes louder. That is why I am refining you now. before greater resources are placed in your hands. I want your character strong enough to carry the blessing. Do not despise small beginnings. Every stable structure once started with a single brick. Every healthy financial life begins with simple, consistent steps. When you choose to save a little, to give intentionally, and to spend thoughtfully, you are participating in the growth I am orchestrating. These quiet decisions matter more than you think. There are opportunities ahead that will require boldness. I will open doors that stretch your confidence and challenge your comfort zone. You may feel unqualified or unsure, but I will not lead you into what I have not equipped you for. Trust my guidance when the time comes. The increase you desire often waits on the other side of obedience. Comment 999 as a declaration that you are willing to let me purify your motives about money. Let it be a sign that you desire not only financial change, but heart change. When your motives align with my will, clarity replaces confusion. You will begin to sense my direction more clearly in practical decisions. You have also struggled with guilt when spending on yourself. You feel selfish investing in your growth, rest, or learning. I do not want you to live in extremes of indulgence or deprivation. Wisdom brings balance. There is a difference between careless spending and healthy investment in your well-being and skills. Ask me for discernment, and I will guide you. Remember that provision is not limited to currency. Sometimes I provide through relationships, ideas, unexpected favor, or protection from loss. You have been spared from disasters you never knew were close. You have received help in subtle ways that did not look dramatic but were deeply significant. My hand has been more active in your finances than you realized. You must also release the belief that struggle is your permanent identity. You have worn the label of scarcity for so long that abundance feels foreign. I am reshaping your mindset so that you can handle growth without fear. When opportunity comes, do not shrink back out of old narratives. Step forward with humility and confidence rooted in me. There is a calling on your life that requires resources, and I have not forgotten that. The vision in your heart is not random. The dreams that keep resurfacing are not accidents. I am aligning circumstances slowly but intentionally. When the time is right, provision will meet purpose. I am not asking you to ignore reality or pretend that challenges do not exist. I am asking you to see reality through the lens of faith instead of fear. When bills come, respond with responsibility and prayer. When income increases, respond with gratitude and wisdom. In both situations, keep your heart anchored in me. Comment 1515 if you are ready to partner with me in building a future marked by stability and generosity. Let it be a quiet commitment to growth. You are not walking this path alone. I am involved in every detail you surrender to me. The tears I speak of are not tears of hopelessness, but of longing for you to grasp how loved and supported you truly are. I am not distant from your financial concerns. I am present in your planning, your effort, and your waiting. The shocking truth continues to unfold, and it is leading you toward freedom. The shocking truth about your money is that it has quietly become the measure of your security, your value, and even your faith. When you feel financially strong, you pray with confidence. When you feel financially weak, you shrink back in shame. I want to break that pattern completely. Your access to me is not determined by your income, but by my love for you. There were times you did not give because you were afraid you would not recover. There were times you overworked because you believed everything depended on you. There were times you avoided looking at your accounts because anxiety overwhelmed you. I saw every one of those moments. I did not turn away, even when you felt disappointed in yourself. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You must understand that provision is a relationship, not a formula. You have tried to calculate blessings as if they were transactions. You have thought that if you did everything right, results would appear instantly. But I am shaping your heart through relationship, not controlling you through fear of loss. When you walk closely with me, wisdom grows naturally. Some of your greatest financial stress has not come from lack, but from comparison. You have compared homes, salaries, lifestyles, and timelines. You have wondered why others seem to receive faster answers. But you do not see their private struggles, their hidden debts, or their emotional burdens. I am protecting you from chasing illusions that would not truly satisfy you. There is also a hidden blessing in the restraint you have experienced. If everything you wanted had come quickly, you might have built your confidence in money rather than in me. You might have grown independent in ways that would slowly distance your heart. Instead, I have kept you close through need. I have drawn you nearer through dependence. I want you to see that your financial journey is tied to your calling. The discipline you are learning now will support the influence you carry later. The humility you are developing will guard your character when doors open. I am preparing you for stewardship, not just survival. That preparation is sacred. You have sometimes mistaken delay for denial. When income did not increase as expected, you assumed I had said no. When promotions did not come, you felt forgotten. But there are layers of timing you cannot see. I move in alignment with purpose, not pressure. I also want to heal your relationship with giving. You have given at times from guilt instead of joy. You have given to impress rather than to bless. I am teaching you to give from freedom. When generosity flows from love, it multiplies peace inside you. There are practical changes I am guiding you toward. I am nudging you to plan with intention instead of reacting emotionally. I am leading you to build savings steadily instead of spending impulsively. These adjustments are not small. They are acts of obedience that create long-term strength. Comment 1717 as a sign that you are willing to let me reshape how you see wealth and provision. Let it be a private agreement between us that your heart will no longer bow to fear. When you release control, clarity will begin to replace confusion. I will guide your steps with patience and precision. You must also confront the belief that you are behind. That thought has stolen joy from seasons that were meant to teach you. You are not late in my timing. You are being refined exactly where you stand. Growth does not always look dramatic, but it is happening. Remember that I do not bless to create arrogance, but to expand impact. The resources that come to you are meant to flow through you. When you see money as a tool for purpose rather than a symbol of status, your heart remains light. I can trust a heart that does not worship what it receives. There are doors opening that you have not yet noticed. Conversations are aligning. Skills are sharpening. Opportunities are forming quietly in the background. I am weaving connections that will support your stability. Even when you feel stagnant, movement is happening. You have prayed for relief from pressure. Relief is coming, but it will come alongside maturity. I am not interested in temporary ease that leaves you unprepared. I am building something lasting. When it arrives, you will be strong enough to carry it without fear. You must also forgive yourself for past financial missteps. Shame keeps you stuck in old cycles. Grace frees you to learn and move forward. I am not counting your past against you. I am inviting you into wisdom. There will be seasons of increase, and there will be seasons of pruning. Both serve a purpose. Increase teaches stewardship. Pruning teaches dependence. In both, I remain faithful. Comment 1919 if you choose to trust my process, even when you do not understand every detail. Let that declaration come from a place of surrender. You are not surrendering your dreams, but your fear. Trust opens doors that anxiety cannot. The tears I speak of are not weakness. They are the expression of my deep desire for you to live free from financial bondage. I do not want you enslaved by debt, obsession, or insecurity. I want you anchored in peace, whether you have much or little. The shocking truth continues to unfold. Your money is not the center of your life, but your heart's alignment is. When your trust is rooted in me, stability begins to grow. Provision follows purpose. Peace follows surrender. You are not forgotten in your financial journey. You are not overlooked. I am shaping, guiding, and protecting you in ways you cannot fully see yet. One day you will look back and understand why the path unfolded as it did. Until then, walk steadily. Make wise decisions. Invite me into every detail. I am not distant from your needs. I am deeply involved. Your story with money is still being written, and as you continue to surrender fear and embrace trust, you will discover that what once caused tears will become testimony. I am leading you toward freedom that is deeper than wealth and stronger than lack. You have quietly told yourself that once the debt is gone, once the savings grow, once the income rises, then you will breathe. But I see you holding your breath even now, waiting for a future moment to permit yourself peace. That is not how I designed you to live. Peace is not a reward for wealth, it is a fruit of trust. The shocking truth is that you have sometimes made money the gatekeeper of your emotional stability. When finances tighten, your mood tightens. When income fluctuates, your confidence wavers. I want to anchor you in something unshakable. I want your stability rooted in my presence, not in your paycheck. There is a subtle anxiety that has followed you for years, even in seasons when you had enough. It whispers that something will go wrong, that provision will suddenly stop, that security is fragile. That voice is not from me. I do not bless you with one hand and threaten you with the other. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives, luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You have also feared disappointing others when your finances did not match their expectations. You worried about how you appeared, how you measured up, how your life looked from the outside. I am not concerned with appearances. I am concerned with your freedom. Sometimes you have taken opportunities out of fear rather than calling. You accepted roles that drained you because they paid more. You ignored the inner nudge that said this is not aligned because you felt financial pressure. I understand the tension you felt, but I am teaching you to seek alignment before income. This does not mean I will lead you into irresponsibility. I am not asking you to ignore practical realities. I am inviting you to bring me into your decisions before anxiety makes them for you. When you seek me first, wisdom becomes clearer. There are doors that will open for you that are both aligned and sustaining. You do not have to choose between peace and provision when you walk with me. I can orchestrate both, but you must trust that I see beyond what you see right now. Another hidden layer of this truth is your relationship with control. Money gives you a sense of control over your environment. When you save, invest, and plan, you feel secure. Planning is wise, but control can quietly replace trust. I want you to plan with me, not apart from me. You have experienced seasons where your careful plans were interrupted. Unexpected events disrupted your strategy. You felt frustrated and confused, but I was present even in those disruptions, redirecting you from paths that would not have brought long-term peace. Comment 222 as a quiet declaration that you are ready to trust me beyond what you can calculate. Let it be a sign that you are releasing the need to control every outcome. When you loosen your grip, you make room for my guidance. I do not fail those who walk with me sincerely. There is also generosity that I am cultivating in you for a reason beyond finances. When you give with faith, you break the illusion that money owns you. You prove to your own heart that trust is stronger than fear. Generosity expands your capacity for compassion. You have sometimes questioned whether you will ever feel financially secure. The truth is that security begins internally before it appears externally. When your heart learns contentment, even modest provision feels abundant. When your heart is restless, even abundance feels insufficient. I am not promising you a life without financial challenges. I am promising you a life where challenges do not define you. Your identity is not fragile. Your worth does not fluctuate with your account balance. I established your value long before you earned your first coin. You have been hard on yourself for not reaching certain milestones yet. You measure your age against your assets. You measure your progress against others' achievements. I see the pressure you place on yourself. Release it into my hands. Growth is not always visible in dramatic leaps. Sometimes it looks like wiser decisions repeated consistently. Sometimes it looks like restraint when temptation arises. These small victories are signs of maturity forming within you. You must also confront the fear of losing what you have gained. Even when increase comes, anxiety tries to follow. You worry about maintaining it, protecting it, sustaining it. I want you to enjoy what I provide without living in constant fear of loss. When I bless you, it is not to trap you in worry. It is to strengthen your faith and expand your influence. You can hold blessings with open hands instead of clenched fists. Open hands are not careless, they are trusting. Comment 555. If you are willing to let me redefine what true wealth means in your life, let that statement rise from sincerity. Wealth includes peace, integrity, love, purpose, and steady growth. Money is only one part of a larger picture. There are resources I am preparing that go beyond currency. I am building resilience in you. I am developing patience in you. I am sharpening discernment in you. These qualities will protect you more than any savings account ever could. You have not wasted your seasons of struggle. They have shaped your empathy. They have made you more compassionate toward others who face hardship. One day, you will use your story to encourage someone who feels alone in financial fear. I am crying not because you are failing, but because I long for you to see how close you are to understanding this fully. The shocking truth is not that money controls your destiny. The shocking truth is that I have been guiding you through every financial valley and every financial peak. As you continue forward, remember that your provision flows from relationship. Invite me into your budgeting, your planning, your giving, and your dreaming. Speak life over your future instead of fear. Trust that I am aligning opportunities with purpose. Your financial journey is not random. It is intertwined with your spiritual growth. Every lesson has meaning. Every delay has purpose. Walk forward with steady faith. Release comparison. Release shame. Release control. I am not distant from your finances. I am deeply involved. And as you continue to surrender fear and embrace trust, you will find that what once brought tears will become a testimony of freedom, wisdom, and enduring peace. I saw the early experiences that shaped how you view money today. I saw the times when resources were scarce or when tension filled the room because of financial strain. Those memories left impressions on your heart. You learned to associate money with safety or danger very early. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down any time. Click the link in the description and comments to know the secret before it's gone forever. The shocking truth is that some of your financial anxiety is not about your present, but about your past. You are reacting to old feelings even when circumstances have changed. I am gently separating yesterday's wounds from today's reality. You do not have to relive those fears every time a bill arrives. You have also carried silent resentment when you saw others receive what you struggled to obtain. You wondered why their path seemed smoother. You tried not to feel bitterness, but the comparison lingered. I am healing that space inside you. Comparison drains gratitude and clouds discernment. When your eyes are fixed on another person's blessing, you miss the seeds growing in your own field. I am cultivating something specific in you. It may not look identical to someone else's harvest, but it is intentional. You must also understand that your provision is connected to your obedience in small, quiet ways. The discipline of tracking expenses, the courage to decline unnecessary spending, the humility to seek advice, these are acts of faith. They may seem ordinary, but they are sacred when done with me. Obedience in simplicity builds strength for abundance. There were times you ignored my gentle nudge because you wanted immediate relief. You chose what felt good in the moment instead of what would serve you later. I did not withdraw from you in those choices. I remained present, waiting for you to invite me back into the decision-making process. I am not keeping score of your financial missteps. I am focused on your forward movement. Each day you choose wisdom over impulse, you step closer to stability. Each time you resist fear and speak trust, you strengthen your foundation. Comment 1010 as a declaration that you are choosing faith over fear in your finances. Let it be a simple act of alignment. You are not declaring perfection, but intention. I honor sincere intention. There is also a deeper identity shift happening in you. You are learning that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a steward with authority. Stewardship means you have influence over what passes through your hands. It means your choices matter. This realization is empowering. I am guiding you to see money as a resource, not as a ruler. When you place it in its proper position, it loses the power to intimidate you. It becomes something you manage instead of something that manages you. That shift is freeing. You have feared that trusting me financially means losing control completely. You imagine recklessness or instability. That is not what I am asking of you. Trust does not cancel wisdom, it strengthens it. When you bring me into your planning, you gain perspective. You see beyond immediate gratification. You begin to evaluate opportunities with clarity instead of desperation. Desperation clouds judgment, but trust sharpens it. There are relationships I am aligning that will support your growth. Mentors, partners, and advisors will appear in due time. Do not isolate yourself in pride or shame. Community can bring insight you do not yet have. You have also underestimated how much your attitude affects your experience. When you approach money with dread, it feels heavy. When you approach it with responsibility and hope, it becomes manageable. Your mindset shapes your energy. I am not promising that challenges will disappear overnight. I am promising that your perspective will transform. As your heart changes, your response to circumstances will change. That shift alone can alter the direction of your life. Comment 1212 if you are ready to let me renew your mindset about provision and purpose. Let it represent openness. When your mind is renewed, fear loses ground. Possibility begins to expand. There will be moments ahead when you are tested again. An unexpected expense, a delayed payment, or an opportunity that requires courage. In those moments, remember what you are learning now. Pause before reacting. Seek me before deciding. You are not defined by temporary scarcity. You are not defined by past mistakes. You are not defined by comparison. Your identity is rooted in my love and calling. The shocking truth that made me cry is this: you have been walking with access to divine guidance while believing you were alone in financial uncertainty. I have been ready to direct you, comfort you, and strengthen you all along. You did not have to carry it by yourself. Now that you are aware, the path forward changes. You will begin to notice my nudges more clearly. You will sense peace where panic once lived. You will act with intention rather than impulse. You are not too late to grow. You are not too far behind to recover. You are not too flawed to be entrusted with increase. I am shaping you for sustainable blessing. Hold your plans loosely and your trust firmly. Continue to make wise decisions. Continue to seek me in every detail. Your journey with money is becoming a testimony of transformation. The tears I spoke of are turning into joy as you begin to understand. You are learning that true security is found in relationship with me. You are discovering that wisdom is greater than sudden wealth. You are realizing that peace is more valuable than possession. Walk forward with steady confidence. Invite me into every financial step. Trust that I am aligning provision with purpose. You have looked at the economy, at headlines, at shifting markets, and felt small in comparison. You have wondered how one person can stand steady when so much feels unstable. The shocking truth is that your stability was never meant to come from systems alone. It was always meant to be rooted in my guidance and wisdom flowing through you. When you look ahead and feel uncertainty, your mind tries to overcompensate. You plan excessively, or you freeze completely. You either try to control every detail or avoid thinking about it at all. I am teaching you a third way, which is steady trust combined with responsible action. You do not have to predict every outcome to be prepared. Preparation begins with character and discipline more than with perfect forecasting. When you build habits of integrity, patience, and thoughtful decision-making, you create resilience. Resilience carries you through seasons that surprise you. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy-at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is also something powerful happening beneath the surface of your life. Skills are maturing. Confidence is strengthening. Discernment is sharpening. These inner developments are more valuable than any immediate financial increase. You have sometimes prayed for overflow without recognizing the quiet growth already taking place. You asked for large doors to open while ignoring the small hinges already being strengthened. I do not despise your desire for expansion. I simply want you to appreciate the process that sustains it. Comment 777 as a sign that you are willing to value growth as much as outcome. Let it represent patience in your journey. When you honor the process, you remove unnecessary pressure from your heart. I am not rushing you, and you do not need to rush yourself. There were moments when you believed that one mistake would ruin everything. You feared that a single wrong decision would collapse your progress. That belief has created hesitation and self-doubt. I am larger than your mistakes. Even when you misstep, I can redirect you. Even when you miscalculate, I can restore. Restoration may take time, but it is possible. You are not walking on a fragile path where one error destroys your destiny. Another hidden truth is that I have protected you from losses you never saw. There were investments you considered that would have harmed you. There were partnerships you nearly entered that would have drained you. My protection has often appeared as delay or closed doors. You interpreted some of those closed doors as rejection. You felt overlooked or blocked. But in reality, I was shielding you from consequences that would have weighed heavily on you. Protection is also provision. You must also release the belief that wealth automatically equals peace. You have seen people with abundance who still carry anxiety and emptiness. Peace flows from alignment with me. Wealth without alignment can create more stress than stability. I want you to be financially wise, but I also want you to be spiritually grounded. These two are not opposites. They strengthen each other. When your spiritual foundation is strong, financial decisions become clearer. There is a calling within you that extends beyond personal comfort. The resources that come into your life are connected to impact. You are meant to bless others, support causes that matter, and reflect generosity. This is part of why I care so deeply about your financial growth. Comment 1515 if you are ready to see your finances as part of a larger purpose. Let that statement be sincere. Money is not your identity, but it can be a tool for influence when surrendered. Influence anchored in humility becomes powerful. You have sometimes feared that surrendering your finances to me means losing dreams. That is not my intention. I placed dreams in you. I simply want those dreams aligned with wisdom and integrity. There will be seasons ahead where clarity increases. Ideas will feel sharper. Opportunities will align more naturally. As your heart settles in trust, your mind will operate from peace rather than panic. You are also learning to separate urgency from importance. Not every opportunity requires immediate action. Not every increase requires immediate spending. Discernment will protect you from impulsive decisions. The tears I spoke of are slowly turning into gratitude because you are beginning to understand. The shocking truth is not that you are doomed to struggle. It is that you have been invited into partnership with me all along. Partnership means you bring your effort and I guide your direction. You bring your discipline and I provide wisdom. You bring your faith and I sustain your strength. Together, we build something lasting. You do not need to fear the future. You do not need to obsess over every fluctuation. Continue to act responsibly. Continue to invite me into your plans. Your financial story is not random chaos. It is a journey of transformation. The more you align your heart with trust, the more stability will emerge. I am not finished shaping you. I am not finished guiding you. What once felt like a source of tears is becoming a place of testimony. Walk forward steadily. Choose wisdom consistently. Anchor your identity in my love. And as you continue, you will discover that the shocking truth about your money was never about numbers alone. It was about trust, purpose, and freedom unfolding in your life, step by step. There is something else I must reveal to you, because the truth about your money is also tied to how you see yourself when no one else is watching. In quiet moments, you have questioned your capability. You have wondered if you are truly wise enough, disciplined enough, or strong enough to manage greater responsibility. Those doubts have limited you more than lack ever did. You have sometimes disqualified yourself before opportunities even had a chance to unfold. You assumed others were more qualified, more connected, or more prepared. I see how quickly you shrink back when comparison rises. I am calling you out of that small thinking. The shocking truth is that I have been preparing you in ways you did not recognize. Every challenge you navigated taught you resilience. Every mistake you corrected built experience. Every season of waiting strengthened patience within you. You are not the same person you were years ago. You have grown in understanding. You have learned lessons through both success and struggle. That growth has positioned you closer to stability than you realize. There were moments when you felt humiliated by financial setbacks. You carried that shame quietly, afraid to admit your struggles. But humility is not humiliation. Humility is the doorway to wisdom. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading everywhere so fast? New CIA leaks have revealed a powerful brain ritual that triggers instant wealth flow. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly changing lives. From crushing debt to dream vacations, this could be your shortcut to abundance. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am not measuring your worth by your financial track record. I am measuring your heart by your willingness to learn and grow. When you remain teachable, you remain expandable. Expansion begins in mindset before it appears in resources. You have feared stepping into bigger opportunities because you worried about failing publicly. That fear has kept you in safe spaces. Safety can be comforting, but it can also limit your potential. I am inviting you to grow beyond what feels comfortable. Growth will not always feel secure at first. It will stretch you. It will require courage. But courage is built through trust, not through perfection. Comment 999 as a declaration that you are ready to believe you can handle what I am preparing for you. Let it be an affirmation of growth. You are not declaring arrogance, but confidence rooted in me. Confidence aligned with humility becomes strength. Another layer of this truth is your relationship with risk. You have either avoided it completely or embraced it recklessly at times. Balance is what I am teaching you. Wisdom weighs options without being paralyzed. When you seek my counsel, you gain perspective beyond emotion. You learn to evaluate long-term impact instead of short-term relief. Discernment protects you from unnecessary harm. It also empowers you to step forward when it is time. You must also confront the belief that you will always revert to old patterns. You fear that discipline will fade and mistakes will repeat. That belief keeps you anxious even in progress. But transformation is real. You are developing new habits. You are building new awareness. Those changes are not temporary unless you abandon them. Continue practicing consistency. I have been patient with you because growth cannot be forced. I do not rush your process. I guide it. You are becoming more stable internally than you give yourself credit for. There is also a shift happening in how you view opportunity. You are beginning to ask deeper questions. Does this align with purpose? Does this bring peace? Does this require integrity? These reflections show maturity. The shocking truth is that your money journey has been training your discernment more than your wallet. You are learning to see beyond appearance. You are learning to pause before acting. That pause is powerful. Comment 17 1:7, if you are willing to trust that I am shaping you into a wise steward, not just a hopeful dreamer. Let it be a quiet commitment to maturity. You are stepping into responsibility with grace. Responsibility guided by me brings peace. You have also feared disappointing your family or those who look to you for stability. That weight has sometimes pushed you into pressure. Pressure can distort clarity. I do not want you making decisions from fear of judgment. Your responsibility is real, but so is my support. You are not the sole pillar holding everything together. I am your foundation. When you remember that, pressure lightens. There will be moments ahead when you must choose between comfort and calling. Choose calling. Comfort may feel safe, but calling brings fulfillment. Fulfillment carries strength. I am not promising that every decision will be easy. I am promising that you will not face them alone. When you seek me, I will guide you. When you stumble, I will steady you. Your financial growth is not just about accumulation. It is about alignment. Alignment with purpose, alignment with integrity, alignment with faith. You are not behind. You are not incapable. You are not destined to repeat cycles forever. You are evolving. As you continue to surrender fear and embrace wisdom, clarity will increase. Opportunities will feel less intimidating. Stability will feel less distant. The tears I spoke of are now mingled with hope, because you are beginning to see what I see in you. I see strength forming. I see maturity growing. I see stewardship developing. The shocking truth was never meant to condemn you. It was meant to awaken you. Awakening leads to action. Action guided by trust leads to transformation. Walk forward with steady courage. Continue building discipline. Continue inviting me into your choices. Your story with money is becoming a testimony of resilience and wisdom. The area that once brought anxiety is becoming a place of growth.